SWOT codes are essential tools in understanding how filmmakers craft meanings in films. Each of these codes contributes to the overall effectiveness of film's storytelling, with technical codes focusing on the construction and delivery of the films through camera work, lighting, editing, and special effects. Technical codes play a critical role in shaping how audience perceive the narrative, influencing mood, emotion, and focus. This section delves into the key technical elements like camera shots, angles, lighting styles, and editing techniques, and how they illustrate and contribute to the film's visual and narrative experience. If you have not seen the previous parts to this Learning the SWOT Codes Media Basics series, check those out before you jump into technical. There is a video providing you an overview with the codes and conventions, what are symbolic codes, what are written codes, what are audio codes, and of course, where we are today, what are technical codes. Diving into greater detail into understanding how technical codes can be seen in the films that we watch. Starting with camera shots. Camera shots are one of the most crucial aspects of technical codes, dictating how much of a scene or character is visible to the audience. Different types of shots serve different purposes in storytelling. I'm going to give you a few basic ones to get your head around this. A close-up shot, for instance, frames the subject's face or a significant object tightly, often to highlight the emotion or detail. For example, in The Silence of the Lambs, close-up shots are used to capture the intensity and psychological depth of conversations between Clarice Starling and Hannibal Lecter, drawing the audience into their tense and unsettling exchanges. In contrast, a medium close-up shot frames the subject from the chest upwards, providing more context while still focusing on the character's emotions and expressions. This type of shot is frequently used in the sitcom The Office, either the US or the UK. Throughout the show, medium close-up shots are being used to look at subtle facial reactions that contribute to the awkward humor that is what makes the show so successful. Taking another step back, a long shot, however, captures a character or object in its entirety within the environment, establishing the setting or emphasizing the character's relationship with their surrounding. A great example of this is in Laurence of Arabia, where long shots of the desert underscore the vastness of Lawrence's journey and the isolation he feels throughout. Another aspect of technical codes is the use of camera angles. Camera angles also shape how characters or scenes are interpreted by the audience. A high-angle shot looks down on the subject, making them appear more vulnerable or weak. This can be seen in the Alfred Hitchcock classic Psycho, when Marion Crane appears trapped in the eerie environment of the Bates Motel. In contrast, a low angle gives a subject a sense of dominance and power. For example, if we go back to Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, frequently uses low angles when filming Batman, making him seem larger than life and heroic. Additionally, the Dutch tilt, which involves tilting the camera on its axis, creating a disorientating or unsettling feeling, can be seen in films such as Christopher Nolan's 2010 film Inception. This is to reflect the film's theme or distorted reality during moments when characters experience dream manipulation. Another prominent aspect of technical codes is lighting. Lighting styles are also fundamental to technical codes as they set the tone and mood of the film. An example that you might have heard of is high-key lighting, which involves bright, even light with minimal shadows. It's often used in comedies or romantic dramas, such as La La Land, where it enhances the film's light-hearted and dreamy tone. In contrast, low-key lighting creates deep shadows and stark contrast between light and dark, as seen in Ridley Scott's sci-fi classic Blade Runner, where it adds to the film's noir-like atmosphere and dystopian themes. Another example is natural lighting, which mimics real-world light and can create a more grounded and realistic feel. This can be seen in the 2015 film The Revenant, which exemplifies this technique, relying heavily on natural light to immerse the audience in the harsh wilderness survival story and period drama that is unfolding. Technical codes aren't just what is in camera though, or what we can do with lights in a scene. It actually plays out in the edit too. Editing plays an equally critical role in shaping the film's narrative, guiding the pace and emotional rhythm of the story. Popular techniques such as J and L cuts are used to create smooth transitions between scenes by either allowing audio to proceed before the visual change, or a J cut, or having the visual shift before the audio, an L cut. These techniques are used in great effect in The Social Network to maintain pacing and build tension during character dialogue. Another editing technique is known as a match cut. This involves linking two scenes with similar shapes, colors, or movements to create a sense of continuity, even if the two particular elements are not exactly one after another. A famous example of this is, of course, in Stanley Kubrick's 1968 film 2001: A Space Odyssey, where a prehistoric bone transitions into a spaceship, symbolizing human evolution in a number of seconds. We cannot talk about technical codes without jumping into special effects, both practical and digital. These are powerful components of technical codes, enhancing the film's visual storytelling. Practical effects are created physically on set, such as intense car chases, such as Mad Max Fury Road. This approach adds a raw and gritty realism to the film. On the other hand, CGI or computer-generated imagery allows filmmakers to create environments, characters, or sequences that are impossible or prohibitively expensive to achieve with practical effects. One of the most prominent examples of this is James Cameron's 2009 film Avatar, which used CGI to craft a breathtaking world of Pandora, immersing viewers in a fully realized alien landscape. In conclusion, technical codes are the building blocks of the film's visual and audio elements. Through careful use of camera work, lighting, editing, and sound design, filmmakers are able to shape how the audience experiences the story, guiding their emotions and understanding of key themes. A deeper knowledge of these technical aspects allows viewers to appreciate the craftsmanship behind films and the layers of meaning beyond what is immediately visual on screen. I would take this moment to have a look back on the SWOT code model. If you've not looked at the symbolic, written or audio videos that accompany this one, go check them out now to get a full understanding of how SWOT codes can be used to look at media work in a different light and understand the filmmakers' meanings, messages, and key ideas they want to bring forward to you, the viewer.